Good morning. Welcome back to my channel, Preparing for Retirement. My name is Martha, and it's time for my monthly net worth tracking update. We have a goal of retiring in January 2026 with a goal net worth of $750,000. We will be selling our home and we will begin slow traveling overseas. So that is why I am including my home equity in this net worth figure today. So to begin with, let's talk about February. February was going along so well. I was just amazed in my tracking software at the way that equities were climbing, or at least mine were. And then the end of the month came, and we had a couple of very difficult days where the market dropped. Now, the last day of the month, we did make a bit of that back, about a third of it back. But, it's still hard to see those days. I'm not panicked about it because it goes up, it goes down. That's what happens. And I know there's some questions in our economy right now as to where the numbers are actually trending. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I will say that I am not really worried about retiring into a recession because once we do sell our house, that money will be in more fixed income, or a good deal of it will be in more in fixed income, and some high yield savings so that we can, have that backup just in case the market dips. We don't have to sell any equities while they're down. So having said that, let's just get started. Let's just get started on this update and see what happened to our goal, if we were able to make any progress, or if we might have maybe even dropped. So to begin with, we've got our emergency funds here. So they did go down a little bit, and I've mentioned in prior videos, I'm finishing the contributions for our IRAs for 2024. So if I need to, I take a little bit of money out of the emergency funds and I just consistently continue to contribute to those 2024 IRA contributions. I do deposit to the emergency funds every single pay period, so I'm not too worried about that. And then our non-investment retirement continues to climb. And this consists of several different savings accounts that I have, nothing big, as you can see. My traditional 401k, that's pre-tax money, and I do continue to contribute to that. So you can see it's climbing. That's what I would expect to see. Every pay period, I have a good portion of my income goes into the 401k. So despite the market downturn, I still saw a climb there. And again, with my Roth portion of my 401k, same thing. It went up. It didn't go up very much because there was a bit of a downturn in there, but it continues to climb. Now, my IRAs, they kind of got hit hard. I am a little tech heavy still, and it was tech that really, really got hit hard in the last few days of February. So you do see some downturn there. Again, not worried. I don't think that tech is going anywhere at this time. And I've already rebalanced a bit beginning of the year. So, I'm just going to ride it out and see where we go. And again, my Roth IRAs, my husband's and mine Roth IRAs, did go down just a little bit. They'll be back. Not worried about it. My HSA, I continue to contribute to with every pay period, so that is continuing to climb as well. So let's talk about our home, and you can see our equity actually declined by $3,000. So how that happened? So first of all, to get what I estimate my home value to be over here, I do take an average of Zillow, Redfin, and Realtor.com. So there was a slight downturn in a couple of those in the value of our home. And then on top of that, when I subtract out the mortgage and the HELOC, if there's any increase in the HELOC, that's going to reflect also. We're in the middle of, or actually we're trending towards the end of multiple big renovations in the house so that it can be, so that hopefully we can fetch a better price. And these are high return renovations. We already did the kitchen. We're doing a master bath, just different things like that. So I'm not terribly concerned about the house dropping 3,000. I think we're going to get that back again once the renovations are done. And we shouldn't have much more money coming out of that HELOC. We've made all the major supply purchases now, and now it's just, putting in the elbow grease. Um, so that had the direct effect, as you can see, of our net worth dropping by 3,000. Again, not worried about it. I believe that the equities are going to recover, and I do believe that we'll see the return from those repairs or renovations rather to the house. So what were we short? We were short 154,000. That's a lot to make up before January of 2026. However, I do have a expected windfall that I believe I will be receiving in the next month and a half, 2 months. I'm not going to go into what that is. I'll talk about it if it happens. But I'm being very conservative down here when I estimate that it's 80,000. I do think it might be more. So if that happens, then obviously that will go right into probably fixed income for the first year or two, actually first 2 years of our retirement. So that will help me hit that 750 goal. Likewise, we did have dividends and capital gains this month. And it was higher than I had expected, honestly. I I have it set in my budget that we're getting about $2,000 a month in our dividends and capital gains. And as you can see, we got quite a bit over that, especially for a short month. We also, I also think that March is going to be higher than 2,000 as well. We already have on Monday some dividends that were paid out Friday, but they're not going to technically hit until Monday, so they're not included in this figure. And those are almost $300. So we're off to a really good start. And a lot of the stocks I have that are quarterly, stocks and funds. I've got some sector funds. Those are quarterly and they pay out in March. So I do believe that we're going to be seeing another higher dividend month. So that's pretty exciting. So let's talk about month over month. What do we see? Well, we see a decline. And like I said, there was a huge adjustment the end of February. I think it was somewhere around, well, for me, it was somewhere around 7%, 6 or 7% adjustment in equities, and then a little bit on the house, not much, just a little, maybe, I don't know, 0.1%. But we did get part of that back on February 28th. So I think we got about 3% back. So we're still down. As you can see, we're down about 0.5% overall from our net worth. We're down probably 3% on our equities on our investments. So anyway, so that's where we stand. The end of February, our net worth is 595,000. Our goal is 750, so we still have a ways to go to make up for that. Okay, so looking at our net worth progression, you can see that over the years, we do have it trending up over time. You do see downs and you do see months where you might have lost a little ground, but then you see it picks up again in the months to follow until the overall trend is up. And it looks like right here, February 28th is going to be one of those months where it kind of dips down a little bit, just like December dipped down and October dipped down, but it continues to rise. So I'm really looking forward to March and seeing what comes from there. So again, we saw a little bit of a month-to-month decrease this month. And hopefully we can turn that around in March. So if you enjoy my content and if you would like to see more of it, please like and subscribe. And other than that, I hope you have a perfectly lovely day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.